Hello, it's Sally here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. So today we're going to be starting on the Advent of Christmas Stitchery. So this is week 1 and we're going to be doing prompts 1 to 4. Now I'm not going to be doing them all today. I'm going to be starting prompt 1 and then I will come back in a few days time and show you how I've progressed with the other prompts as well. But I'm giving out prompts there's 4 for the first 4 prompts, and then because we're getting closer to Christmas, I'm thinking you may not have enough time, so I've gone down to 3 prompts for those, and that kind of works out. It kind of spaces them all out. So to start with, we're going to do 4 prompts this week. Don't forget, this is slow stitching, so please don't feel under, if you are stitching along, don't feel under any pressure to keep up. You can do it at your own leisure. This is really more of for a future decoration, if you like. So we're going to be working on it this year, but because it will be finished over December, then it'll be kind of like one of those family heirlooms that you take out every year. So it's more for future years rather than this year, but we're going to enjoy making it this year. So week 1, prompts 1 to 4. So let me just move that out of the way and bring this one in here. So prompt 1, we've got in each prompt, I've got a selection of things. So if you've been a member of the Facebook group and you've contributed to my call out when I said, let me have all your Christmassy words and everything, I've tried to include everyone's words. I hope I've got everybody's words anyway on here. So prompt 1 is holly, evergreen, or deck the halls. You can do whatever you like in that kind of, with those ideas in mind. I'm going to do holly, but if you've got another idea, don't go too far out of the evergreen, because we've got, I think mistletoe is in another category, and tree is in another category as well, because obviously they're big kind of things for Christmas, so they're going to be in other categories, so kind of keep to evergreen. But what you can do is, if you want to do a tree in this one and you do a tree, then there are other things in the tree category that you can do. So, or you could even do a holly afterwards, it's up to you. So that's going to be the first prompt, and I'm going to be working on holly. Prompt 2 is, there's 25 prompts because it's an advent calendar, so there's going to be 25 prompts, 25 days. So prompt 2 is gift, presents, or giving. So anything to do with that. I'm going to be doing a gift or a present, a picture of a gift, I think, for that one. And then prompt 3, we've got things like peace on earth, dove, calm, goodwill to all, blessed, bird. I've put in robin there as well because I thought that would be nice, you know, just something. I'm probably going to be doing dove, but you do whatever you want to do. A robin would be good as well. I'm kind of toying dove, robin. I may change my mind, who knows. There are also words that you could also do a dove, and you can also put peace on earth. It's like with the holly, you could do the holly, and then you could write or type or stitch, deck the halls, which would be good. So it's kind of like leaving it up to you a little bit. Then prompt 4, star, shining bright, wonder, star of wonder, merry and bright light. So there are words that you can add to your piece. I'm going to be concentrating on a star, and then I may do words as well. It just depends how my piece develops. I can't say I've done much prep. Excuse me a minute. As in designing the page, the pieces yet, because I don't know. It kind of comes to me as I work on it. So that's that. And then obviously I'm going to be putting little numbers. So I'm probably going to be doing a 1, and I'll probably cut that out. Like that. And then just square that up a little bit. This is done on my typewriter, but I have also got stamps. You can use those kind of things. I've got those kind of stamps there. I've got that actually there. That's got a 1. I don't know whether it's too faint. I couldn't find any more, but if you've seen my last video, you'll know about selvage. You can sometimes find numbers on that, or just fabric. You may have fabric that's got numbers on. This one here, this it's an advent calendar. Whether I'm going to use it as an advent calendar, I don't know, but it's got the numbers on. I could take the numbers off that. So there's that kind of thing if you've got fabric with numbers on. There's the old laundry labels if you've got numbers on that. I haven't got a 1 on that one, so I can't use 1 for that, but I will probably use that. And then I might just tuck the little bits under and stitch it on. That way I'm going to pop that into my little pot so I don't lose it, because I probably will. Right, so if you've watched the last video, I'm just going to move that out of the way. If you've watched the last video, you'll know that I'm doing bobbins. I've still only got one. I haven't got my other one through the post yet. So that's what I'm going to be using. And mine's a 7-inch bobbin. So height-wise is 7 inches or 17, probably nearly 18 centimetres. And that gives here, where I'm going to be putting my fabric, 6 inches. So, or about 15.5 centimetres, so 6 inches I've cut my fabric. Yeah, 15.5 centimetres, sorry. So let me just pop that out of the way. So what I've done, just to start with, this is going to be my first piece. I've cut it longer than I need because I sometimes ramble on a little bit and I might need a little bit more space, but I can't go any higher. Otherwise it won't fit, it won't roll around my bobbin. So I've got to be strict with myself height-wise, but length-wise, I can do as much as I like. So if I want to do a little bit more, if I want to put some words on, I've got plenty of room to do that. So this is just my base fabric. It's just to keep it a little bit more sturdy, but you can just use one fabric if you want, but I'm going to be placing fabrics over the top of mine. So I've got that. I have drawn out some holly leaves, and just kind of like that, and then I might use, in fact I think I probably will use beads if I've got some nice lovely red ones as my berries, I think. Or you could even use buttons. I haven't got any red buttons with me at the moment, but buttons would look nice actually. I haven't got any red ones in here, but oh, what's that? That's a number 7. Thought I got a number 1 then. There's something else there as well. What's that? Oh, that's my 1 that I cut out last time. See, nearly lost it again. Oh, hang on, look. Buttons. Yeah, I've got some red buttons in here, so I'm going to use buttons for my berries. But you could just use stitches. Doesn't matter. So that's going to be my design. I will actually put these onto a piece. I will put them back onto a piece of paper and draw them, and then I will make those available if you want them in the Facebook group. Okay, so base fabric, and I've got some linens here that I've just pulled these out. It's kind of like a mixture of cream and whitish and off-white colours. I particularly like this one. I hope you can see it because it's got a bow, but it's got these that look like snowflakes. I thought they would look lovely, wouldn't they? So I'm going to use a piece of this, and this is probably going to go over, because I want it to blend in. So I don't want just a picture and then another picture. I want blending in, so I can, when I'm turning it, and then I can have, there's no full stop if you like, but also I could have it even wider, couldn't I? If I liked a picture, then I could have it even wider and have 1 and 2 showing if you like. So anyway, that's going to be somewhere here, like that. I mean, it would look even better if I had a coloured, I'm just going to try and find a coloured fabric. Hang on a minute. Yeah, look, you see, well, that would look even better, wouldn't it, with a coloured fabric underneath. Got that one as well, that would probably... yeah, so I may not stitch this down just yet, but that will be kind of like my second page anyway. So I'm going to go a little bit over, because what I want to do is I want to tuck it over so I've got a nice edge. So how much am I wasting there? No, I can't centralise it there, can I? It's got a lovely hole in it. I do like holy fabrics. Yeah, so what I could do is, I can have 2 scoops. which I think I will do, and I will just cut it off just here so that I've got a little bit of, just get rid of that one. I've just got a little bit to play with to get it over the top. There. And that can go away for another day, so that will go over there. Like that. I think I might pin this down actually. Let me see. I bet I've not got my pins. Just bear with me 1 second. I think I know where they are. Yeah. Like that. And then I've got that one. That one. I'm just going to take that back out just for a second because I might fold that over. I fold that over like that. There's still plenty of room, isn't there, to see that line, which I like. Yeah, I quite like that. So that goes over there. And then that, I'm just going to fold over a little bit like that. Yeah, that's how I'm going to have it. So that's going to be, oh, hang on. Do I want a piece of fabric? Then my holly will be there. Do I want that one or that one? Or just another one that's nice as well. I think I'm going to go for that one. In fact, I've got a piece ripped off already. What's that one? I've got some more offcuts here. I've forgotten about these. Like that. It's just trying to get that piece, but it's proving a bit difficult unless I move it up a little bit. Let's try moving it up a little bit. It's because it's so on the edge, isn't it? And that one was over there, wasn't it? Like that. Yeah, that's fine. And then that went that way, didn't it? Like that. Okay, so that's going to be the start of my piece. So let's get that one down first. In fact, I'm just going to cut it a tiny bit just because fold over. I am aware that, you know, when I do attach it to my bobbin, I will need some more fabric here, but I will add that at a later date. Again, I'm going to fold over there. And then I think I've gone to better. Okay, that's going to go under. Let's move that away for now. Like that. These are all just offcuts of doilies and tablecloths. I sometimes buy a batch of tablecloths and they can have a bit of stainage on or something like that, and not this was one of them. This one here, I've tried washing it, but it's still stained, so I've cut it up, and it makes great. It's a lovely linen, so it makes a great background piece. So that's okay there. When I come to tack everything down, I'll make sure that it's all secure. I'm just moving some of my bits out of the way, and then this one here. So this one again, I'm going to just make sure. Don't know what the back of the front is. I think that's the back. So what I'm going to do is just going to fold over there. Just finger press, so it's got a bit of a crease. And then it's going to go. It's not right because I've not got it. The scoops aren't right. The scoops are like that, aren't they? I won't sew this down just yet. Just this little bit down yet, because I might put something underneath it. In prompt 2, which was, I can't remember. Can't even find my paper. What did we say prompt 2 was? Oops, a daisy. Prompt 2. Oh, gift, presents and giving. just trim some of this off. Apologies if you can hear noise. Somebody walking around upstairs. Okay, so that's that bit. Then what I'm going to do is grab my sewing supplies, grab my needle. I thought there was enough in there then, but there is not. And I've got white somewhere. I'll go with white. This is just a sewing cotton. And I'm going to tack it all down. So I'm going to start here. Just before I do that, I'm just yes, that's fine. I was just checking that it's definitely the right size. Let's just come undone. Height, I mean, the right height. Okay, so I'm going to start here and come up and then virtually go down in the same place, and it's moving along a little bit. And then I like to just do a tiny little back stitch and across. Just make sure you take your pins out. Just going to make sure this is all, because this is an edge, I'm going to sew into the edge just to tie it down. Make sure it's all okay. So back down there, and then I want to come up there. Right, I'm just into that because it just doesn't feel right. Smooth it out a bit. Sorry, I've just realised I was just about to say my fingernails are too long now. I need them sorting out, and because I'm going to get my nails done later, and I just thought, what time? I know I got a message last night from the girl who does it, lovely Darcy, who does my nails, and she said, oh, can you come at 2 instead? So I need to just keep an eye on the time. Right, so I'm just going to rearrange this little one again, this little corner. Right. Okay. Go around that corner and go down about an inch. That doesn't look right, so let's take that off and just rearrange that. Just needs to go over a little bit more. In fact, I'm just going to be okay, yeah, be okay. I'm not bothered too much about wonkiness on this side. It's just I just need these top and the bottom to kind of be able to fit into the spool. I do love working with old linens. There's so much more tactile than new fabrics, I think. Oh, the stories they could tell. That one. And that's as far as I'm going to go there. Oops. Right, so I'm just going to finish off this thread and then I will do the rest off camera, I think. I'll just show you what else I'm going to do after I've done this. I'm going to leave it up to your imagination to do yours as well. It seems, I always say every year, I'm never ready for Christmas. It always seems too early to even start thinking about Christmas yet, but it comes upon us very quickly. So I'm going to just finish it off there. Okay, so you get the picture. That's what I'm going to do, and then I can get rid of all my pins and start stitching. Right, so got that little bit there, and then I've got my holly here, so I'm going to arrange my holly leaves how I want them. Okay, so I've got them there. Then that leaves me a little bit of space to play with as well. If I want to put other things on, I might put some more squares of fabric on. Even like a little spot. Could do a little spot of fabric there. Oh, look at that. Of course it shows up. That's what I was thinking about, you know, when I said about numbers. You can get your selvage and it's got lots of numbers on, so that would take you right up to, what's that, 16? Well, you probably couldn't use those ones because you can't really see them, but a lot of the other ones. So yeah, check out your fabric anyway for the selvage. So there's that. What else have I got? I've got loads of little snippets of fabric here. Oh, that's a nice one. I like that. That kind of like, I like that because of the berries. I'm going to go with that one actually because it's lovely and faded as well. So I've got rid of some of the little bits of thread hanging off it. Isn't that lovely? I like that. Let's get that on. In fact, I'm going to put that in my little pot with my number 1 on. So, oh look, hang on. There you go. See, you know, that kind of thing. It just comes to you as you're working with your fabrics and you're looking through your fabrics. You can't design that kind of thing. So that's why I just like to kind of have a basic outline of what I want to do and then get creative from there. So that's going to be like that. So what I'm going to do is, just with my friction pen, I'm just going to go around these. Get this irons off so you won't be able to see it. That one's going to be in my way. Let's get rid of that one. Where's my pot of pins? Oops. Okay, can't really see that because it goes over the holes, but good job it does iron off, isn't it? Because I make a terrible mess. So those I will keep because I'm going to transfer them onto a PDF, and then you can download those from the website. I mean, not website, the Facebook group. What you could do is you could even draw around that and have applique leaves, which would be good as well. I'm now thinking, shall I do an applique leaf? I don't think I am. I'm going to do some embroidery. So what I am going to be doing is looking for my green threads, which bizarrely I've put away. What's that? There we go. That's a nice green. I'm going to use several actually. I'm going to find some brighter ones. Hang on. Just so happy. Yes, look at that. This is from a previous project. I've got them dumped on the side of the on the table from a previous project, but that will do nicely. So right, where is my? So I am going to be stitching around the outsides of these, and then I will also be doing a line down the centre as well. And I think I will be doing dark on the outside and light on the inside, but I may do one light outside and swap it over. Who knows? Okay. Got a hoop somewhere as well. Where's my hoop? I seem to be using the hoop more at the moment than I have done for a long time. But when you're doing embroidery like this, I suppose it is a little bit easier, isn't it? To have your fabrics flat. So once I've sewn everything down, then I won't have pins in the way. So do that. And then I'm going to be doing the double back stitch. I don't know if that's the proper name for it or not. That's what I've come to know it as, but so it's just a back stitch all the way around. This is just 2 threads of the DMC. But you could go thicker actually, couldn't you? That might be nice as well. Now I'm thinking, shall I go thicker? But I'll stick to this for now. So what it is I'm going to go all the way around the edge of the leaves. And once you get to the end, you just come back and you kind of stagger them, a bit like brickwork. And you just go right next to it and you're doing another row of back stitching. just to make the line a little bit thicker, like that. Okay, and I'm going to go all the way around. So that's going to be it for today. I'll be back in a couple of days' time just to show you where I'm at with my prompts. Don't forget, we've got 4 prompts. So after I've done this one, I'm going to go straight on to the next one, and then the next one and the next one, okay? And this is all for 1 week, and then you'll be getting 4 new prompts in the next week. But obviously you can save them up, you don't have to do them all at once, okay? So I'm going to be doing holly, I'm going to be doing a gift, I'm going to be doing a dove, I think, and a star, and then I don't know how far I'll get before I start to video the next one, but I will come back and show you everything. And I will also have templates available for whatever I do. I will make available templates. So that's it for now. So happy stitching. I hope to see you again soon, and take care. Bye bye.